Hello, my name is Mike Ferguson. I'm the instructor for the course. So, just so you can know a little bit about me, I guess I should start off with me professionally. I have 20 years full-time teaching experience, and I have like an academic background. I have a bachelor's in chemical engineering, and I have a PhD in chemistry. So that's why I'm teaching you guys chemistry right now is because my good old PhD, and I also love teaching. I absolutely love teaching. Uh, I'm so, geez, what do I say about myself? I was born in Ohio. I've lived various places throughout my life: California, Wisconsin, Kentucky, Budapest, Hungary, and Hawaii. I made a bit of a tour of sorts all around places. And I do really love living in Hawaii. And well, other things about me, I'm married. I have my wife and I have a son who is 1 year old, and it's tough. I don't know if you have kids or not, but it is tough having caring for a baby and also trying to work at the same time. So you students that have children, I don't know how you guys do it. Maybe I'm getting old or something like that, but it's tough caring after the little one. But I hear it gets easier. It has gotten easier. I mean, the first 4 months were pretty tough. I mean, it was sleep deprivation, and at least now he sleeps through the night, so it's not too bad. But anyways, with that, I do love teaching. I love my job. I love looking after you students. I love chemistry. All these things I love. I really always like science. A bit of my family history. I'm the fourth generation chemist in my family. So my parents were both chemists, and they literally met in chemistry class at the University of Cincinnati and fell in love and had me and my siblings. I'm the only sibling that went into pure chemistry, and but so on my dad's side of the family, he was the first one to go to college. My mother's side of the family, though, her mother, my maternal grandmother, was a chemist, and my grandmother's father was a chemist. So 4 generations there on my mom's side, and interestingly enough, my great grandfather and we have similar research interests. So I have some of his books, and I'm a physical chemist. He's a physical chemist too. So kind of interesting. He died before I met him, so I don't have any living memory of him, other than I have some of his possessions, most notably his books. I have, so that's kind of interesting. So for me, growing up, I was like, with my parents being chemists, I was kind of taught how to be a chemist. I mean, it's a different way of thinking, and I mean, as you take my class, I think you'll like, this is a weird way of thinking about things, but it kind of comes a little easier for me because, like I said, because of how I was raised as a chemist. It's a way of approaching problems too. Science in general is a way of approaching problems, and I have a general broad interest in science. I like chemistry because chemistry is a study of matter, and matter makes up many things, and it helps answer that amazing question: why? Why does the world behave the way it does? Why is this working this way? What's going on here? And you study matter, you can explain a lot of things. And so that's what drew me to chemistry. So, and I actually had a hard time picking what I wanted to study. So that's why I did that. My other interests, I do like art. I like casually history. I mean, I think that's a cool major, but I don't have as much time, especially now with my little one. I also like traveling. I lived in Europe, so it was interesting to see some of the old world and also the effects of it, and travel around Europe. You can see there's a really distinct difference between Eastern Europe and Western Europe, and so looking at how the greater Soviet Union, how that changed some of the things. So I've had interest in that, and with traveling also, I've been around Asia a bit. So it's interesting. I love traveling. I think my favorite place I've traveled has got to be New Zealand. If you haven't been to New Zealand, it's a great place to travel to. But other interests, I really like fuzzy animals. You probably noticed that when I send messages, I'm going to send fuzzy animal pictures too, and that's it's a little bit of a sneaky way because when you look at really cute animal pictures, your brain releases serotonin, and I'm really hoping to get you guys addicted so that when you see a message from me, it's like, oh man, it's Mike again, instead like, ooh, I wonder what fuzzy picture I'm gonna see there, and get you addicted to that serotonin rush. So yeah, although my hobbies have taken a hit since having the child, but although I still exercise, I run, lift, and swim, and hike. That's kind of the primary things that I do. So got to stay in shape. I'm starting to feel my age, so I got to make sure to. Although I've always loved exercising, I have to keep my body maintained. So because I want to live a long time for my baby boy. But I'm here to help you guys. So as you take my class, and the way I teach, I'm a guide on the side. You know, I see myself more as a coach than like, you know, the sage on the stage and pontificating kind of stuff. I mean, which is a wonderful way to teach. And the guy, they're all equally, you know, it depends on the person how you interact. But I see myself more as like the coach coaching you through things. And I'm when I after I became tenured, I made sure to never forget what the student experience was like. So I think about you students in terms of your student experience, and also one of the things I see going forward, and I don't know if it's changed or maybe I'm more enlightened to it now, but I mean, there are so many struggles that students have. So I want to help alleviate those struggles, and increasingly also, besides basic needs, is mental health, especially anxiety. I mean, that's very much on the rise. So. And one of the things for me personally, I'm connected in terms of being a part of the university. So if I ever ask anyone for help, people will bend over backwards to help me. And so I'm happy to extend that courtesy to you guys. So if you need anything, you know, feel free to reach out to me, and I'll do what I can to help you guys. And like I said, and the way I'll help you is, I mean, I'll reach out to the community and find you something, and I've very rarely had anyone tell me no, or at least they'll be like, oh, try this kind of, you know, look here kind of thing, move me to another direction. So well, hopefully you've learned a little bit more about me, and I do love chemistry, so feel free to ask me chemistry questions. Although I do talk about, you know, basic needs and mental health, my primary focus is teaching chemistry. So I mean, of course, that is my primary focus. So I'm here mostly for course content, but also as another human being to support you. So hope you feel like you know me a little better, and you will hear my voice and see my face during this course. So goodbye for now.